Thanks for tuning in to this spooky edition of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I'll unlock the mysteries of the mansions and catch those ghouls with your help. Thanks for tuning in, and have a safe and happy Halloween. And now we head off to the third mansion, the third of, I believe, 5 mansions in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the Nintendo 64. My name is Oyo Kenny, aka the #1 Lincoln Logs content creator to ever cross your face. I don't know, whatever. So I'm continuing to play the game here. That we're gonna get our 4th Dark Moon Crystal. It's gonna be great. Gonna be the best thing you've ever seen in your life. Okay, get excited, people. If you thought this game was boring, you got it wrong. It's fine. It's great. All right. Now, so this area is slightly confusing, but not really. It's like a clockwork area. It's kind of unremarkable in a way. I don't know. It's just whatever. The one after this is pretty interesting. Have I played the 5th one? I don't know. I've lost all sense of reality, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so this one's okay. It involves a lot of time. Anything involving like a desert outpost or like sand or anything, I'm already like, I don't really want to do. So as the snuffles continue, sorry about that. I know I'm like clearing my nose as I'm recording a video, but you know what? This is the authentic version of me that so many of you ask me to be, and I will give you nothing but that fantastic content always and forever. So here's to you, party people. And my hair looks great. All right. So, the Top Seal Fair, that's where I went. So yeah, got hot apple cider. So after that, after dealing with the gourds in the barn, I went to a stand. And obviously there's all sorts of food here that'll basically make you go and have a heart attack, literally. Like, you could have a full-fledged heart attack going to a county fair. Like, done. Like, game over. Like, call the ER, it's over, right? So, it could totally happen. There's deep-fried Oreos, deep-fried Twinkies, deep-fried butter, deep-fried everything, all right? And there's all sorts of junk everywhere. Fried dough, anything you could possibly think of, it's there. So I'm trying to look for something that tastes relatively good / maybe not healthy, because you can't do healthy at the top. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? You have to just walk into it knowing, right? So when I first walked in, I got fried dough. Now you may say, Brian, are you going to the gym? Aren't you trying to get better about this? You know what? Yeah, but this is also my life, and this is how I live my life. You know, I don't take many risks in life, ladies and gentlemen. But when I do, when I go and get fried dough, I'm putting it all on the line. So I got my fried dough, and it was great. Right off of the fryer there. Pretty decent size of fried dough. And I also got a thing from a stand that was a Thanksgiving meal within this glorified Hot Pocket-esque thing. So it was like a lightly... Imagine like a light flaky version of like chicken pot pie crust. Like, it was very light. It was very good. And inside of it was mashed potatoes, turkey, gravy, stuffing, and cranberry sauce. And I swear it's just, there's mucus everywhere. But like, it was so good. And it... I am actually getting sick. Whoa, okay, it's all starting to kick in now. How did I get sick? From where? But it was actually really good. When I fumble along here, I thought that might have been something. You're supposed to unravel the outside of the pot on that machine there, yeah. So I got it, and I'm like, man, that's actually pretty good. And it was really filling, and it wasn't like, I hate myself after eating it sort of a deal. So I didn't feel too bad about that one. That was pretty good. But I also tried, for the first time ever, I, from that same stand, ordered a batch of deep-fried Oreos, because that is one of those elusive things that you just have to go and see for yourself and embrace for yourself And I got him, and I had a group of like 7 people with me. I had like Ricky, Charles, Dan, Eleanor, Dan, like 2 Dans, his girlfriend. Like, it was a bunch of us. So I'm like, all right, so I'm not eating these alone, because I just want like one or like half of one. Like, somebody has to eat these with me. And so everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll eat them. So I got them, and there was like 5 of them, and I had a half of one, and it was good. And I shared them with the rest with all my friends, because I was not eating more than one of those. No chance. Not a chance. So did that, and they were good. You know, I didn't get anything else deep fried. I was still scarred from the butter that I ate, so I wasn't so inclined to order more garbage to try it. You know, well, I'll save that for next year for me to eat more garbage. I have to go to the gym a bit more to justify me eating garbage in that same sense. So, you know, maybe next year at the Topsfield Fair, I'll go for the fried Twinkies just because, just to try them. So I had those deep fried Oreos, and they were good. You know, I don't think I ate anything else for the remainder of the trip because it was just whatever. And we ended up going and grabbing something to eat afterward. I had like a fish meal at Kelly's Roast Beef, which was pretty good. You know, Kelly's Roast Beef, not like the greatest, healthiest thing for you, but it was okay. It was okay. So, what else happened? So like one of the more main points that happened, I was actually, I'm always amazed when I meet people that know me from this in real life, right? It always like messes with me. I don't know why. So I was walking in this exact same sweater. Now, this is not a bricksobrian sweater at all, okay? This is an unrelated sweater. It's just whatever. So I'm walking around, talking to my friends. It's a massive group of us. And there's people everywhere. Obviously, it's a Saturday night, first night of the fair. First weekend night of the fair. There's people everywhere. This kid walks in front of me. I'm like, all right, go ahead. And then he looks up at me, and he's like, sir, are you bricksobrian? I'm like, yes, I am. Hello, hi. How are you? Cool. Like, I was totally totally thrown off that someone recognized me at the Topsfield Fair. I was like, whoa, okay, wow, interesting. And let alone like in front of all my friends. So like my friends know that this is a thing, that bricksobrian is like the world famous internet superstar, the greatest content creator of all time. But it's different when I get recognized in public and they're with me. And it's not even at like a gaming convention or something. It's at something like the Topsfield Fair. So it totally threw me off. And, you know, mom and dad were like, oh, you know, he noticed me by picking me out of a crowd by my voice. So he heard my voice and found me. And I still can't get over that. I'm still like, how did you actually do that? Because like even I wouldn't be able to do that, you know? So I was so thrown off. And like I made sure, obviously, yes, hello, nice to meet you. So that was very cool. I took a picture and all that. And it's on my social media everywhere. So it was very cool. Yeah, it totally threw me for a loop. And then all my friends afterward were like, that was the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I'm like, okay, cool. Yes. So, yeah, pretty cool feeling there. So this actually happens. Okay, so this section right here totally throws me off. I have to take off the cloth that's behind Luigi there, and then that activates the thing. But I don't realize that. I actually skip around for like a half hour-ish. Like, I just don't figure it out. But yeah, that's what you got to do there. So, it always not bothers me, but like, I'm always concerned. So, whenever I meet someone in public, if you spot me in public, no matter where it is, if it's at PAX East, if it's at the Lego store, it's at GameStop, it's at, you know, Bath and Body Works, it's at Kohl's, it's at, you know, wherever. Wherever you're going to find me, in the middle of Godiva, I don't know. So, you find me. I'm always worried that I want to make a good impression when you meet me, right? Like, I want to make sure that I introduce myself in the best way and, like, you know, because, like, I always have these preconceived notions of how people should be, you know? Like, all right, well, I want to make sure that I put my best foot forward. So, like, if I'm having a bad day, I don't want that to reflect on, you know, you, if you end up approaching me and saying hi. Whenever you see me, if you even, like, remotely see me, like, or anything, don't ever be afraid to say hello, ever. You have to say hi. You are obligated to say hello. I will not eat you. I will not, you know, scare you. You know, just come up to me and say hi. It's most likely me, you know? So, don't ever be afraid of that. And I always try to convince myself of that when I'm, like, going and, like, trying to talk to people that, like, I look up to, you know? So, I gotta remember that. So, yeah, totally do that. Don't ever be afraid. Like, even me or whoever, you know, if you want to say hello to someone, what are they going to say? Get away from me? Don't talk to me? What was I going to say at the Topsfield Fair? Excuse me, sir. I'm hanging out with my friends. Don't talk to me. Like, I'm not going to say that. I don't know. Why would I say that? So, yeah, I mean, if I say that, I'm a big jerk. Don't do that. But, like, if someone, like, says that, like, you don't want to deal with people like that anyways. So, don't ever be afraid to say hi to anyone that you want to talk to that you spot in public. Like, they are a public figure, and I was actually talking about this with my friend Joe the other day. That, like, they are a public figure, therefore they should be used to the notion, the idea of talking to people in public. So, if they get upset by that, that's their fault, not your fault. So, yeah, don't ever be afraid to say hello to someone that you recognize, like, oh, you want to say hi to. Even if you just say nothing. Like, just, you're like, oh, hey, hi. Like, all right, cool, bye. That's all. So I always worry about making a good impression, making sure I have a good interaction with everyone that I meet, no matter what. So, like, afterward with my friends, I'm like, did I say anything stupid? Was I good? Was I good? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. So, and then I got a message afterward, like, oh, we're so excited to meet you. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Cool. So that was very, very, it put a smile to my face. So I'll say that, you know. It made the clogging of the arteries from the deep-fried Oreos all that more palatable, you know? So, I was very happy about that. Very excited. So, yeah, if you ever see me in public, in any context, anywhere, yeah, just say hello. Because there is... Am I going for the triple right here? I got the triple. Wow, very nice. Cool. There is no way I would say no to, like, saying hi or anything. Unless I'm having a really bad day. But even if I'm having a really bad day, I'd like to think I'd be able to, like, put aside whatever it is to, like, actually say hello. So, yeah. But I was just shocked that he picked me up on my voice. I was totally in shock. But, whoa, I can still feel it. I can feel the sickness encroaching me. And it's just like, it's all right down here. But you know what? Hey, whatever. I'll power through it a little bit here. So... after that had happened, I actually wandered off to... No, I didn't do that. We all went... So, the thing with the Topsfield Fair is there's, like, all these different buildings that do things, which sounds kind of weird. One of the buildings is all dedicated to, like, vegetables and gourds and stuff. And I have to blow my nose again. I'm sorry. All sorts of stuff. And so I went into one of these barns that had an entire section filled with stuff dedicated to renovating your home and adding to your home. So, like, there was, like, an entire, like, jacuzzi setup, like, a vendor there. There was, like, a hardwood floor replacement. And basically, what me and my friend Dan had come to the realization was if we had, like, the money to do so, we could basically build a house with all the different types of booths that were in this one barn. That's how many different buildings in like, stuff there were in here. Like, all the stuff you'd ever need for your home. You know, you want, like, custom wooden spoons? There you go. You need a custom, like, doormat with your face on it? There you go. You want a jacuzzi? Bam, there you go. You want a Owens Corning finished basement? Bam, there you go. You want a new car? Bam, there you go. Like, there is everything that you could possibly want there. So... we are a bunch of 20-somethings who don't own homes except Dan. So, you know, this doesn't apply to really any of us. So, we're just walking through. Everyone's like, oh, you want to renovate your basement? It's like, no, but okay. So everyone's, you know, just walking through here. And so we stumble across a beef jerky stand, which Charles got beef jerky. That was good, I guess. I didn't have any. It was like elk, you know? So it was, I guess it was good. There's also, what was the other stand? So there was like a stand, which was kind of weird. They were selling, not flying monkeys. What are they called? Little, oh, they're little, like, things. They're this big. Like, yeah, not possums. They're selling possums at the Topsfield Fair. No. It's like, I don't know. So it's like a little mousy looking thing this big, right? It like fits in your pocket and they fly all around like flying squirrel sort of thing. They were selling those at the Topsfield Fair. Now they were like actually selling them, or you could adopt one. You could buy one, right? You could just buy it. So they were selling them there, which is kind of weird, you know, kind of, I don't know. Like I don't go to the Topsfield Fair banking on buying a new pet, you know what I mean? Unless it's a chicken. But to be fair, they were selling rabbits and stuff too. So, and the rabbits were like anywhere from like 45 bucks to like 125. So like there were a ton of rabbits there. That I could understand. You go to the Topsfield Fair, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get a rabbit today. Like that I get. That is fine. So they had those, and then I ended up just walking off because like one of the people in the group was like, I'm waiting in line to pet one of these things. And we're like, all right, cool. So I wander off. And then, obviously, where do I go next? As the #1 video game player of all time, I go to the Carney Games. So I go over to the Carney Games. And I'm looking, and, like, when I go into a fair, you know, I want to play some games. Just to, like, say that I played something, you know. And I had played games at the Big E with relative unsuccessfulness in general. But with the Topsfield Fair, there wasn't anything that I had seen before that I was interested in. So one of them, so like at the Big E, there were like other different types of things that I tried, you know, like the darts I got. And that, like, the guy helped me win that one. Because, like, I was, like, 2 for 3, so he popped it on the way. He's like, oh, you win, whatever, cool. So, because, like, my friend Joey was recording the video. So he's like, oh, he wants to look good for video, whatever. So, there was that. But I usually look around, and I'm like, all right, well, what's there here that I think I could feasibly win, right? Like, some of them are designed for you to not win. So, like, flipping the frog, like, so it's like a lever here, right? And there's a fake plastic frog that you have to whack the upper part of it. It flings the frog over like that way, and it lands. If it lands on a lily pad, you win a prize. So that was fairly inconsistent with how it was being done there. So I'm like, no, that doesn't look that good. And so, and like they were also removing the frogs out of the water with a pair of tongs. So they were just grabbing these massive fake frogs with tongs the whole time. Well, that's kind of weird. That's just a weird visual, you know, grabbing a frog with tongs. Like, you know, you do barbecue with tongs, not grab frogs, but whatever. So I stumbled across one of these booths that, oh, that's a moving thing right there. Stumbled across one of these things that you have to shoot the cups, the plastic cups off of the like the barricade thing. Yeah, I'm still feeling it. And I was wanting to do that because you basically needed to get the it was like a regular red Solo cup, and you have to hit it off of the ledge, and then underneath it there was either like a medium prize, a small prize, large prize, or like you know, a little bit of money or something. So like there was that, but I didn't get a chance to do that because I was actually dragged back over to the area that had all the home furnishing stuff. And so I go over there because, you know, I think Dan calls me up, and he's like, Brian, you got to come back over here. We got a surprise for you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you just got to come over here. And I'm thinking they bought me a flying monkey, right? I thought they bought me this thing that is just something that I'm obligated to take care of. It's going to be in the office crawling all around everywhere. I can't take care of this thing, all right? Don't waste your money. It's going to go to a home that cannot take care of it. You know, I can't do it. But I end up going over there, and I see 5 of my friends sitting down. And they're all in these chairs, like just regular chairs. And it's this machine that is a massager. So it's a massager, basically, you think of like a back massager, right? And you take the arms, like, it's got these two, like, arms extending out of it, which basically act as, like, a pulley system. So you can adjust where, like, your arms go and where the back massager itself goes. I'll show you a picture of it, because I have it. It's actually at the house, but that's part of the story. So all of my friends are there, and they're using this thing. So it's a back massager thing, right? It looks, let me see. Is it gonna not enlarge? Okay, here we go. So it looks like this. It looks like this thing here. So you put your hands in those two things right there, and you move the back of it all around. So it's this woman who's selling all this stuff there, and it's a massive display. There's all sorts of these boxes behind her. You know, some of them got sticky notes on it that are like, oh, this one's sold by this, or, you know, for this person, whatever. So, all my friends are there, like, dude, because, like, I have an issue with my neck. I got, like, this knot in my neck right here, my back, rather, that has been that way literally for a year. So, whenever you see me, like, do this or something like that, I do this, that's what that is. So, I see this, I'm like, all right, cool. And they know that, so I saw it. That whole thing happened. And I'm sitting down in the chair, and I'm using this thing, and it's hitting the spot. It's just digging. It's digging right in. It's getting it. It's like, bam, boom, there it is. So I'm like, man, this feels really good. And obviously, you know, you're sitting there in the chair for 20 minutes. Lady's talking to you about, oh, this is a great massager, blah, blah, blah. You feel really great, blah, blah, blah. So, like, all right, cool, whatever. So, making it happen. And so, like, my friend Eleanor, like, Dan and Eleanor are engaged. And now she's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. OMG, I want one of these right now. Oh my, and she's going on and on and on and on and on about it. And she said, like, oh, like, this would be a great wedding gift. We should put this on a registry, blah, 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 blah. Now, unbeknownst to me, that's Eleanor acting it up. She's the one who's like, all right, trying to blow smoke here. She's trying to put this salesperson off the game here, because obviously, you know, this woman's trying to sell us stuff, but, like, you know, we gotta be careful about what we invest our time into and whatnot. So that's a whole thing there. I didn't realize this until after the fact. So I'm sitting there after this entire thing has taken place. This knot has been not unknotted, but it's, you know, it's been taken care of for now. And so I'm like, wow, I really want one of these things. So the lady said it was $130 for one of them. Let me finish. And then $200 for two of them. So the idea was that I would get one for me and one for Dan and Eleanor as their wedding gift, right? That was the relative idea. So I'm like talking to them about it. I'm talking to them about it. And, you know, Eleanor's in the chair. And then Dan goes quiet for a little bit. And Dan's a smart guy. Dan's a smart guy. If you ever see him at a convention with me, big boisterous guy. Dan's a big man, all right? You can't miss him at PAX East or Anime Boston or anything like that. Great guy, tremendous guy, lovely guy, right? So he goes quiet for a minute. Very business orientated. He's got a lot going on here. He wants a lot of this. He's got a lot of this going on too. So he pulls me aside, kinda, and he's like, Brian, like, take a look at this. And he shows me the link on Amazon that I just showed you right here. The same, now I showed you, it's the same, it's the identical massager. Identical. All right? You see that price right there, man? You see it? It says $35.98. So this woman was selling these massagers at the Topsfield Fair for $130 a pop, and then $200 for two of them. Highway robbery, right? Highway robbery. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, I nearly got bamboozled. Because obviously I didn't want to drop $200 on massagers that I didn't know that I wanted until I walked into this place, right? I'm better about my money like that. I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? But, like, the methodology was that it was Dan and Eleanor's, like, wedding gift. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's about what I would spend anyways. So, or what, like, relatively what you should spend, I think, for weddings and whatnot. So that's it there. So I was obviously not going to buy one right from the Topsfield Fair, and then the moment I got home to verify that it's the same exact thing, I actually ordered it, and then I have it now, and it's at my house. So that was pretty cool. So, and then I sent, I keep doing that, I'm sorry. I sent Dan a message, and I was like, this is the same exact thing. It's identical. And he's like, I'm ordering one right now. So he got one too. So that's a little bit of a lesson for you, I guess, to not get bamboozled by other employees, I guess, or other people who are trying to sell you something. You got to do your product research. Because basically what she did was buy an absolute ton of them from Amazon or wherever, where you can get them cheaper. You know, put them in like a custom box or something like that, and then sell them for $130 each. Which, you know, when you're at a fair like that, it's an impulse purchase. Something like that, I guess, can make sense, right? So, and some of them looked like they had been sold already, so they had like sticky notes on them, and that could have been easily just her putting stuff on there to, like, you know, make believe that it was being sold. There's also a couple that came up, I guess, while I was not there, that Dan and Eleanor saw that, like, they were very enthusiastic about the whole thing. So what also happens in sales and whatnot is there will be plants. So people will go and be a part of like a sale or something, and basically, you know, be paid to like it, you know? So it's a very weird concept, but it's a sales strategy that I guess works. I've never done it because I've never needed to, but that's a thing. So maybe those two people were plants and whatnot, but yeah, that actually happened to me a while ago too. So like a long time ago. I think it happened a long time ago. So usually you can tell they're a plant because they say just a lot of very vague marketing terms and jargon and garbage. You know, you can tell when someone's blowing smoke. So it was, I went for, so there was a whole string in high school where basically people were convinced to sell knives. So I make a joke sometimes that I don't think anyone's actually ever gotten. I make a joke about selling knives as a part of a pyramid scheme. That is, that's like a true thing. That actually is a thing. So there's this company. I won't say the name of the company because I don't know if it exists anymore and I don't really care. But they basically sell knives, and you have to buy the knife kit, and then you have to go out and sell the knives to other people by booking appointments, and then you get another person to sell the knives, and it's a pyramid scheme. It's laid out like a pyramid scheme. Like one person hires two people, and those two people hire two people, and then it's a whole big thing. So that was it there. And I went to the interview to this place because I'm like, you know what? I knew I wasn't going to take the job because I don't want to talk to people. You know what I mean? I don't want to discuss anything. I'm all set, right? So it involves like setting up appointments and going into people's homes and demoing these knives. And I'm like, no, I'm not about that life. So in all fairness to the knives themselves, the knives are actually pretty good. Like I've seen the knives be used in home. Like my friend, you know, like Ricky's household got them, Matt's household got them. So the knives are good. And Matt was the big orchestrator. So Matt, that's been in like the Zelda videos and Dark Souls and all that, he was the one who started the thing. He's like, because he could sell snow to an Eskimo, right? He could do that. So I went to that interview, and there was like this older gentleman, not like super old, but like, you know, like older definitely than I was at the time. So like just talking about like, you know, the economy right now, it's really tough to find a job, and you know, sales is so it's such a good opportunity to do this and blah 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 blah. Like basically, if you had to like write a rule book on all the correct things to say about a company when you're interviewing for a company, that was it right there. That is exactly what it was. So it was all that, and I'm like, all right, this guy seems like a plan. So obviously didn't end up taking the job selling knives, even though the knives, I guess, were decent. And, like, the knives still hold up. You know, people still use them. They weren't a bad product, but it's just, you don't want to sell knives. Like, come on. And my mother was like, well, you're not gonna seriously do this. Don't go on this interview. This is stupid. But like, I just wanted to go on the interview for like a story, you know. But she didn't understand that. So now she kind of gets it. I think. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, this is the wrapping up of this video here. So there's obviously more stories to tell with the Topsfield Fair and beyond. If I don't just get incredibly sick before then, there's a few more videos of these before we end up getting to the completion of the game here. There's quite a few more levels and whatnot. We're nowhere near close at this point here, but it's been a good time so far, you know. I have a really strong craving for like Ben and Jerry's right now. Yeah, even though I got it the other day, like, you know, and we'll see. No, I'm gonna get like a snack or something. You know, I'm gonna be up for a little while, but I can't believe I got sick, man. I don't know where I got sick, but yeah, that's heavily disappointed by that. You know, take some NyQuil or Dayquil or something. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better over the next couple of days here. But yeah, so that's my idea. That's my plan. And yeah, I'll get into more. I don't think there's much more to say about the Topsfield Fair, but we'll see. We will see, man. So we're gonna head up and get out of here. Obviously, heading back to the lab, we have one of the two clock pieces necessary to go into the boss area, which the boss battle is actually very cool. So I think that's this episode or the next episode there, so we'll see. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, for listening, watching, tuning in, and meowing it out with me, your boy, Brian Saviano, a.k.a. Sick O'Brien, as always. So, yeah, have a great day. Don't go out and sell knives, kids. Don't sell knives. Don't play with knives. Don't sharpen knives at your age, all right? Be good. Stay humble, all right? Don't eat deep-fried Oreos. Go exercise every once in a while. Drink some water. I'm going to go drink some water, actually, right now, because, like, it's all like, up here, and then I need to, like, quench the palate, as they say. So, yeah, have a great day, and I'll talk to you lovely people of the internet soon for the fourth mansion? The fourth one? Right? I think it's 4. I don't know. I'll take a look at the ghosts here and see what's going on. Is there anything good? Those ones I really like. The golden ones, that's cool. And we're close to another upgrade. Hey, there we go. Cool. So, the upgrades actually proved to be not that good over time. So, yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Peace out. Bye.